Welcome, Pokemon Nation, and thank you for coming today. And we're going to discuss, is it a good time to purchase modern Pokemon products? There are two things that I want to cover today. Number one, what is the definition of modern? Number two, is it a good time to purchase these products? Well, if you're new here, hit the subscribe, hit the notify, and hit the like on this video. Let us know we're doing a good job and that you enjoy the content. We do Pokemon TCG openings on Sunday. Otherwise, we do news and Poke Talk on Monday, Wednesday, and Friday for you guys to keep up with everything that's happening in the Pokemon TCG. Now, with that being said, first thing that I want to do is define what is modern. To me, there are two classifications of modern. There is number one, modern, which is anything between 2 and 6 years to 8 years of range. If we're talking modern, you got to go everything in the last 8 years of time. Pretty much when I look at it, it's right at that black and white era, the end of that to now. Black and white would be outside of it, but X, Y, and forward would really be where I'm at on the modern stuff. The other side of that I look at too is there's an ultra modern. That's number two, ultra modern set. To me right now, anything in the Sword and Shield era is ultra modern. Ultra modern is still in tournament play. It's still being printed. It's still being designed, moved forward. We have very little data points on that, and I am going to start addressing it that way in our videos, so that way you know what I'm talking about specifically when I'm explaining to you what sets to purchase and why we're talking about that. Most of my videos will contain ultra modern just because I started in 2019 investing and getting back into the Pokemon market, and the biggest thing is that that's what I know best. I've used this market to our advantage. I've been in 2019, so Hidden Fates, end of Sun and Moon, and the beginning of Sword and Shield. But with that being said, is it a good time to purchase ultra modern products? And it is. It is a good time as long as you can find these products at below MSRP pricing or no higher than MSRP. All modern products right now have a floor. They can only go so low. As a commodity, as a product, as a supply and demand, these products such as Evolving Skies can only go so low in price. A store, a online store, an LGS, none of these people are going to go to the point where they make a loss. With that being said, the product has a base floor where it won't go any further, which, typically, like we saw in Battle Styles, can be all the way down to $80 a booster box. I think that an LGS, a big LGS, can get them for about $79 roughly. So you're not going to see a booster box fall below that point. The biggest thing is that I don't ever suggest buying ultra modern products above MSRP as an investment idea. If you want to open it and enjoy it and it's for your own fun, do it, rip away, have fun, do whatever you want with your money. I'm just suggesting what I'm doing personally. I'm not going to use the word suggest or tell you to do anything. I'm going to tell you what I'm doing and why I'm doing what I'm doing, and personally, I would not purchase anything for investing over MSRP because there's too many opportunities for failure on these products, and we don't have enough data points on any of them to make the decision where the high is, where the low is, where the trend is going, how it's going to perform, how it's going to be taken by the Pokemon community, how its overall lifespan is going to go, and how it's going to do through all of the reprints that it could see in its lifetime in the first 2 years in the ultra modern era. Now, am I purchasing products now? Yes, I'm buying. I just bought 2 cases of Battle Styles booster boxes because I got them at $81.23 delivered to my door. A booster box. I can't go wrong with that price. Like I said, once again, it's that floor theory. It can't go below a certain point. And to me, that point is a fantastic spot where if you're purchasing it where you think that floor is, you can't go wrong because it's only going to go up from there. Even now, they've been back up since I purchased those about a month and a half ago, almost 2 months ago now. They're already pushed back up to about that $100 to $110 range. So once again, guys, it's a perfect example of how you can use that floor to your advantage, but we don't know. When Battle Styles first came out, the first wave was kind of a limited wave. It was hard to find, even on stores, and other LGSs didn't have very much of it. So it spiked to like $160, $180, like all the other sets prior to it. catch-22 was that when it finally got that second wave, and it was a fill-of-order wave, it just blew everything out. It took the whole bottom of the balloon and blew it right out. And the problem is that if you were in investment theory and you were pushing this product even over MSRP, even at MSRP, it hurt, but it's not as bad as if you were buying it at 160 to 180. And now we're sitting here at $80 to $100 a booster box, and you're just sitting here literally either number one, you're gonna take a loss. You're gonna take a huge loss on every one of them booster boxes you bought as an investment opportunity, or two, you're gonna just be sitting on it forever, hoping that Urshifu really takes a good climbing and decides to become a popular character to drive this set forward within the next 3 to 5 years. But that's the problem with purchasing ultra modern sets before they make it out of the reprint area. At any point in that 2 years, Pokemon TCG could decide to reprint the crap out of it and just decimate and blow that balloon right out the bottom. So that's why we always caution people. When I personally purchase, it's always below that MSRP mark. I would caution anybody to do that. It's just good practice for you guys as investing. If you want to invest in ultra modern, go for it. Just be very cautious on where you go, because there is no data information yet. I'll put up here too, you know, this is a problem too if you purchased ultra modern, because people did this with XY Evolutions. And I'm going to put this graph up here on the screen next to me that's going to show you that, hey, XY Evolutions, even with the boom, did not really catch traction because there was so much printed, just like Battle Styles, just like could happen in any one of the sets in the ultra modern ones, that it didn't actually start gaining prices or monetary value to it until September of 2020, which is already a good portion in going into the boom. And really, I'm still a firm believer that XY Evolutions would not have moved if that events that happened in 2020 didn't occur. You would have been still sitting on that probably around $100 a booster box. Yeah, you would have made a little bit of money if you bought it at 79 to 80. But if you had bought that at MSRP, you would have been sitting on that product for 3.5 years, almost 4 years, and not seen any return whatsoever on that and actually been behind on it. Granted, if you did hold it through it and you actually got through this event and you kept it through here without getting tired of holding onto it, you made a lot of money, I will say that. But it was just luck. It wasn't anything to do with guessing trends or markets and hoping, planning it out correctly. It just came down to circumstance. And that's one thing personally I will not do, is I do not like putting my money anywhere where circumstance is the thing that's going to push me to a profitable or a green number. I want to be sure that if I'm putting my chips down on a table with a certain set, that number one, it's going to be a great contender to give me what I'm looking for. I want to see 8 to 15% year over year on a product that I'm putting my money down on. And number two, I definitely don't want to put money on something that I feel is going to get stuck in the mud for a long period of time, when I could allocate my money to a better item, such as Evolving Skies or Vivid Voltage, and I buy Battle Styles at MSRP and I've got to sit on it for 5 to 6 years in order to see it even get back to that point. It's just not good for an investment aspect. So, like I said, guys, it's a good time to get into modern Pokemon. XY and forward, of course, if you can find them at good pricing, just do your market research on every one of these. Personally, I'm looking into other sets now a little bit older, now that this market boom is coming down. I don't feel we've quite hit the bottom of it yet, especially on the modern sets. You're going to see that go down a bit more. But the Ultra Modern is definitely a good idea if you're looking to get into a set at a reasonable price. You can put this stuff away if you can get it at a low price under MSRP. Put it away for 3 to 5 years. That way we get 1 year past the no-no zone of printing, and that way you'll be able to see an actual trend without the downward pressure of new product coming in and pushing through. So, like I said, definitely opportunities out there, guys. Just be cautious about what you're doing. And number two thing that I'm going to really want to tell you right now is don't put all of your money in Pokemon. Myself, I have money in commodities, I have money in a Roth IRA, and I have money going into crypto now. I'm starting to do cryptocurrency also. So I'm investing and broadening out. Don't put it all in Pokemon. Pokemon's a good side deal, just like crypto. It's a good side investment, but it's really not what should be your driving force for your retirement plans and your overall investment. definitely look at Roth IRAs and traditional forms of investment prior and have those set up and have extra money after doing that to put into the Pokemon TCG. With that being said, guys, if you're new here, hit the subscribe, hit the notify, and hit the like on this video. It really does help. And I'm going to put a couple more videos right over here. Check out our other investment videos to help you out for what you're trying to decide. Other than that, we will see you next time here on Northwoods Collectors.